Okay, but you gotta understand. You are saying that her credibility.
So now you're telling me she didn't know that people can pay for things on her phone? Nigga, you a full clown.
Hard to listen to, but boy, there was a lesson to be learned here. Hey, all gravity, any day above ground live it. So you already know what to do. Share, like, and subscribe. That's right, share, like, and subscribe, because I'm not like other YouTubers. I'm different. Shout out to brother Torian Rain Reloaded for sending me this absolute gem. Now, I'm recording this on April 12th, and unfortunately, today's the day they dropped that damn Good Times reboot crap. But anyway, that's not what this is about. This is about brother Torian Rain sending me an absolute gem of a link that the Amazing Lucas and Black Conservative Perspective, aka Greg Forehead, had a debate. Now, this was on the previous night, so this was Thursday the 11th. And they were talking about the Calvin Riley situation, which I talked about here on the platform. I left the link in the right-hand corner. Family, when I tell you, I agree with Torian that it was hard to get through because they had no moderator and they were sitting there yelling at each other basically the whole time. But I also told him as I was watching it, there was a beautiful lesson to be extracted from this, which is why I've titled it the way I titled it. So you just got a piece of what the ending of the debate was, but I'm going to play the full thing in its full context, and then we're going to get into the lesson. So welcome back to Real Time.
Reason.
All right. Lucas.
No. Give me a logical reason why she would lie. Hold on, because I definitely do believe that's a lie. Give me a logical, probable reason why she would lie to her partner. Why she would. Nigga, who cares about an officer lying? Nigga, get the boot out of your mouth. You are straight up goofy, bro. You are straight up goofy. Who cares about an officer lying? You're goofy, bro. Get the fuck out of here, fam. Get the boot out of your goddamn esophagus, nigga. Who cares if an officer's lying? I'm asking you to give me a plausible, reasonable reason why she would lie to her partner, saying the way he pays for things makes no sense.
Okay,
and you're saying it's irrelevant.
But it is because it's a matter of.
It's not irrelevant because it leads to her credibility.
All right.
It leads to her credibility. If everything that leads to her credibility, you're saying is irrelevant, then yeah, nigga, there's no case. If you want to dismiss the evidence and say, well, it's irrelevant, then yeah, there is no case. I'm telling you why her credibility is shot. Every single circumstance that I brought up, that a reasonable, logical person would say, that doesn't even sound right. It doesn't make any sense. You are simply dismissing it and trying to deflect and say it's irrelevant. You can't even give me a reason why she would lie to her partner, why it didn't make sense to her, why he didn't have a wallet, even though he gave her a reason.
How do you know that she lied about?
I will super chat you $150, $200 if you can give me a plausible reason why that didn't make sense.
So for her, she might not be familiar with the technologies of being able to pay for things with your phone. I don't pay for things on my phone. I literally carry my wallet.
Do you not know that people can't pay for things on your phone, though? Do you not know that people can't pay for things on your phone?
Okay, but you gotta understand. You are saying that her credibility.
So now you're telling me she didn't know that people can pay for things on her phone? Nigga, you a full clown. You a full honk your nose, nigga. Honk your nose. Honk your nose, bro. It's 2024. You telling me that an LEO,
it doesn't even matter.
LEO in Florida, nigga, in Florida, didn't know that people had the ability to pay for things with their phone. She's never heard of Google Pay, Apple Pay, none of that, nigga. She's fresh out the motherfucking womb. This is why we're in the country. This is why we have the problem we have with law enforcement. This is why we have the problem we have with law enforcement. Because of bootlicking fucking coons like you, nigga, who are willing to give these officers every chance in the fucking world, any charitable fucking reason to arrest you and put you behind bars. Nigga, if it's niggas like you, we wouldn't have this country because there would be no fucking revolution. If it was niggas like you, we would still be in chains because there would be no civil war. You goofy ass nigga love the boot so much that you are willing to get fucked and come up with absolutely illogical, unplausible reasons why an officer didn't know the existence of the ability for someone to pay with their motherfucking phone. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. You are a goddamn clown. You are a fucking bootlicking clown, nigga. You are conservative fucking Inc. You are everything that is wrong with the Republican Conservative Party. Because what? Do you know who Hunter Britton is? Do you know who Hunter Britton is?
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you know who Hunter Britton is? Do you know who Hunter Britton is?
Yeah, speak on it.
Do you know who Hunter Britton is?
Yeah, speak on it.
Do you know?
Speak on it.
Do you know who he is?
Yeah, speak on it.
Who is he?
Yeah, speak on it.
Who is he?
Yeah, speak on it.
Who is he?
Speak on it.
Who is he?
Speak on it.
You're a fucking coon, nigga. You're a coon and a Sambo. If I ever see your ass, we gonna have words, bro.
You're not gonna do anything.
Come to LA, pimpin'. Come to LA and prove me wrong. Come to LA and prove me wrong, pimpin'. Come to LA and prove me wrong, nigga. I'd love to have a debate on live, bro. Absolutely live. We can have it. We can have it in my studio. You're a fucking coon and a goddamn Sambo, nigga. You don't know who Hunter Britton is. You wanna know why? Because he's a white boy that you don't give a fuck. Because you're too busy fucking race baiting white people, having them think ill of black people. You want to know who Ryan Whitaker is? You don't know who that is. That's a white man who got killed by the officers, but because they shot him in his back. You don't know who that is. Do you know who Daniel Schaefer is? You don't know who that is. That's a white man who got killed. Who got killed when he was abiding by law enforcement. Do you know who Jared Lackey is? You don't know who Jared Lackey is. That's a white man who got fucking tasered to death while he was handcuffed. You don't know any white victims because you're a race-baiting fucking coon. That's what you are. Tony Timpa. Do you know who Tony Timpa is? That's the only nigga you do know.
You said I don't know anyone.
You're a fucking race-baiting goddamn coon. That's why. You tell your white audience that they are being killed as well. You tell your white audience that they are being slaughtered as well. 100% You would have thought that these fucking crackers would have known what was going on when it came to COVID lockdown. When they were getting their businesses shut down. And guess what? It wasn't Nancy Pelosi going to their house. It was law enforcement. It was law enforcement who was telling them to shut down their business. And there were multiple people who had to go to court to fight for their freedom. The rest of the white boys and white women who didn't have the money were locked up. Tell that to the fucking January 6th people that you love to say are innocent. If they didn't have any money, they locked up. Who did the locking up, nigga? Who arrested them? Was it Nancy Pelosi? Huh? Was it Chuck Schumer? You fucking coon? You race-baiting fucking coon? No, it was law enforcement.
Wow.
Until the fucking audience, until the white Republican, white conservative audience understand that law enforcement is not their friend. They are law enforcement. They have no constitutional duty to protect and serve you. They are there solely under whoever the leader is. I'm telling you that you need to be pro-American. You are un-American, nigga. You are un-American. You're un-American fucking tethered, nigga. That's what the fuck you are. Go back to where the fucking shithole in Ghana you came from, nigga. You're an un-American traitor. That's what the fuck you are. Anyone bootlicking is un-American and unpatriotic. We would not have this country thanks to 1776 with your mindset because you would be sucking the dicks of the British. You fucking coon, nigga. Get the fuck off my program, coon.
All right. So that was that debate, or unstructured debate. That's what we'll call it, an unstructured debate. Now, no shade on Lucas, but I really think he should have had a moderator there. At least someone to be like, listen, all right, cool. At least be able to click off the mics. But, I'm sure this probably came together really quickly. But I applaud him for at least having the debate. On the Black conservative perspective side, now I see why he don't live stream. He can't. Boy, this was the same dude who let Mark Lamont Hill cook him. So I understand why he does a debate. Family, I hope in that small little clip, I know it wasn't small, but in wider comparison of how long their debate was, this is why we have such a problem with the quote unquote conservative movement. There is a healthy amount of hypocrisy running through that sector. I'm not even going to get so much on MAGA for this, even though Donald Trump did allow a lot of this to happen. Joe Biden too. But we're going to keep it mostly on the right. A lot of these grifters out here don't even realize that they've grifted themselves into such a corner that now they can't get out of it. And I've mentioned this before on the channel as well. Calvin Riley's story should have been a testament to what we've been saying for years. The cops will do anything to make their case. But you skip that. Okay. 2020, Australia, the whole world saw police weld people shut in their homes. They were basically testing out 15-minute cities in front of you. And y'all bypassed that because you said that was in Australia. That wasn't here. Even though Australia is considered a first world nation, a developed nation, y'all bypassed that. Okay, fine. I know y'all peeped it, but for those who probably didn't want to listen to it, Greg said something in there that just highlighted the hypocrisy. When Lucas was sitting there telling him about all them white boys, which I showed you on them screenshots as Lucas was saying the name, when he mentioned Tony Timpa, I said, got him. So you conservatives know about Tony Timpa, and you should know, if you know his story, the similarities between him and George Floyd and how the cops acted. And if you thought that was wrong, Black conservative perspective, and Tony Timpa should not have been deleted the way he was deleted, you should take down every video you ever said about George Floyd. Because the fact that you sat on that platform and mentioned him by saying, what about Tony Timpa? You act like I don't know Tony Timpa. You take both of those cases. Both of those cases are similar. The only difference is Tony Timpa's killers are walking free. Now, they might not have a job, but they're walking free. His son just got a settlement. He only got $1 million. They were looking for 300. Him and Tony Timpa's mother and father. If you really about righteousness and upholding the law and being moral, because that was another thing they kept saying in here. He kept trying to argue morality versus legality. You need to take down every video you ever said about George Floyd. Every tweet. Because what you did in here was rampant hypocrisy. And the other thing that we have to address is, I know this is only a small clip of the debate, but Greg literally said throughout this entire debate, it doesn't matter. It's whatever. That's irrelevant. When Lucas was trying to hit him with points to show him that you got to understand that these cops are not for us. They're here to uphold the public trust and protect businesses. They were never for the individual citizens. That's why we tell y'all police were born out of slave catchers. That's upholding the public trust. That's upholding, protecting businesses. It was not to protect the individual citizens. Them cops would have let the ancestors run roughshod if they didn't do nothing. But that was the way of the laws. We're not going to get into that. But the simple fact you kept saying that the points he was making was irrelevant because it was a black man who was in a traffic stop and you figured he was wrong because it was police. That right there, that little caveat is enigmatic of how we as a society have a distrust and we love to clown either side of the aisle. Because I always say it on here. How can you tell who's an American racist? They're going to say something and within 10 seconds own themselves. like clockwork. It always happens. And you saw it and heard it live on display. You brought up Tony Tempa because you wanted to show Lucas you knew at least one white man that got hemmed up by the police. But that man gave you 4 examples, including a fairly recent one. The first one, that was in I think that got reconciled in 2021. That's recent. You could have said, okay, you know what? We got to start talking about these police. But you know what's going to happen. Your crowd finna turn on you. Greg Forehead, let me explain something to you, sir. I hope this debate, as you reflected on it, I know it didn't pop in your head. I'm fixing to help you. And that's why I tagged you in this video. I don't even want to talk to you. The simple fact that you sat up here and tried to defend them cops, watching that cop open a sealed bottle of alcohol, pour it out and put it back in that man's car and say that that man was drinking when he wasn't. Even in this debate, you said that 2 beers, he admitted that he drank 2 beers, is not, you admitted, and you said this, these were your words, that does not mean he was drunk. I'm going to repeat that. This is what Greg Foreman said. He admitted to having 2 beers, but 2 beers does not mean that you are drunk. You're a man that says we have to fight for the rights in this country and uphold the rights. That man exercised his right to self-incrimination by not taking a field sobriety test. And you were pissed off at him for not doing that. He even sat in court and told you, I've had run-ins with the cops before, and basically I'm not going to become a victim again. And y'all are upset at that. Your ilk. This is why we don't take y'all serious. This is why we don't ride with y'all. Because you rather kiss white ass, Hispanic ass, Asian ass. I'm not saying you kiss our ass. Don't do that. But the reason why people can't come at us over here, intelligent black societies, is because we keep it even. I could point you to the brothers and sisters like myself that have done stories showing y'all how the cops act with non-black people. And I specifically told you, and I know Lucas probably listens to my video, because when he brought up Australia, I was like, damn. So me and him think alike. Okay. We've told y'all, once they have their fill of us, we're just going to be the snack. Y'all are now going to be the main course. They're going to start screwing with y'all. And you didn't want to listen. Okay. Again, you brought up Tony Tempa. Tony Tempa should have been an alarm. That was under Trump. You should have, well, maybe a little bit before Trump, but you understand what I'm saying. That whole case was litigated under his administration and now got reconciled under Biden's administration. In Texas. This was in Texas, a red state. So if Tony Tempa got deleted in a red state like that, you should have said, listen, we gotta make sure this doesn't happen again. And it happened again 4 years later, but y'all didn't care because the person was black. This is why we don't rock with y'all. And when you get your comeuppance, that's why we do 1, 2, 3 hour live streams laughing at you. Yes, we know the reason is because we like to say that Cooning doesn't have a retirement plan. Buck Dancing doesn't have a retirement plan. But I can only speak for me. I'm also laughing because this is an I told you so moment. We told you this. But you want to placate to that audience because they give you money. Cool. I hope your audience now, if you did live stream this, I hope they see what you really are. You are a hypocrite. Now, once again, I'm challenging you. Since you brought up Tony Tempa, I expect you to delete every video you said on George Floyd and every tweet, Facebook post, whatever. Anything social media related to George Floyd, you need to delete. Because if you're going to cape for Tony Tempa, you got to cape for George Floyd. But we know you're not going to do that because it requires something you don't have. But anyway, y'all, I'm going to get up out of here. You already know what to do. Share, like, and subscribe. That's right. Share, like, and subscribe because I'm not like other YouTubers. I'm different. Take care. Stay safe. I'm out.